offensively? You started out pretty strong, you got some stops, and then defensively you got a little bit away from it.
Yeah, I more say that their offense caught a rhythm. You know what I mean? We were pretty much stopping them, and I mean, it's going to happen. You know, we're in college. You know, there are players on scholarship like us, and eventually they're going to catch a rhythm and they're going to make plays. You know, they're at home, and it was a big game. So, I mean, they just pretty much caught rhythm, and we just got to do a better job of stopping it. You know, I mean, that's pretty much what it all comes down to.
Matter of fatigue at all?
I wouldn't say that. You know, I mean, we've been in. I mean, we went to San Bernardino. It's hot. It's hard to breathe there. It was definitely hard to breathe here, but I wouldn't say that was the issue by any means. I would just say it comes down to us.
Myles, their last possession in the fourth quarter, they're driving down. You knew there wouldn't be a whole lot more time for your guys should they score a touchdown. You buckled down. What did you do different to keep them from getting in the end zone?
I would just say we finally did what we were supposed to do. You know, we finally did our jobs, did our responsibilities, and it paid off. And you saw they had to settle for field goal after field goal after field goal in overtime, first overtime and second overtime. So that was really what it came down to. We finally buckled down when it wasn't too late, but later on in the day. And yeah, we finally started stopping them, and you know, the offense scored at the end of the game to win the game. So that's pretty much what it came down to.
Feel like you're cutting it a little too close, though, in some of these
situations? I definitely wish we could kind of, you know, stop them earlier. You know, that's the ideal situation. But, I mean, credit to Colorado. I mean, they have a great offense. They have a great quarterback, great receivers. Nelson Spruce is the real deal. You know, their running backs are good, as you saw. So, I mean, they're a great team, and you got to give them credit for what they did.
How much you guys balance, you know, the fact that you've obviously shown some resilience. You've won some of these close games. But at the same time, a lot of times it seems like you probably shouldn't have been in the situation.
Yeah.
How do you balance that in terms of going forward?
We look at it as more we put ourselves in these situations. You know, like we were up 17-0, and we should just keep going on them, you know, keep scoring, stopping them on defense, and just keep doing what we're doing. But we end up putting ourselves in these situations where we're in a dogfight, you know, and that's what's been happening week after week. And I think eventually we'll find the answer. You know, I mean, we won the game. That's the bottom line. That's the most important thing. So, I mean, that's pretty much how I look at it. We'll find out. We'll come up with an answer. But really, we're killing ourselves. We're putting ourselves in this situation.
You said go ahead.
You said after those back-to-back losses that the season could go in either direction. Where do you think it's going right now?
It's in a positive direction. We got 2 wins. You know, they're just ugly wins. But, I mean, a win is a win. And it's 2 games where I feel like we should have just ran away with the game, you know. But, I mean, those are great teams, no disrespect to them. But I just felt like personally, like with the talent we have and the team we have, we should be able to run away from those teams and any team, you know, not just those 2 teams, but any team and pull away. But it's just the way the game is unfolded, and that's kind of how our season's been. We've been in tight games this whole season, and we've been resilient.
At this point, is there an explanation for the penalties? I mean, how are these occurring?
Yeah, I mean, I would just kind of attribute it to the way I don't know, it's no really blame or anything. I mean, guys are just aggressive. You know, the way we practice is aggressive. We're going full tilt. So, I mean, we kind of bring that mentality into the games, and sometimes we get in trouble with it, you know. So, I would say it's just kind of that. But, I mean, it's just guys going hard. It's no, like, I wouldn't say foolish penalties. It's more just guys being really aggressive or overly aggressive, and it ends up hurting us.
How disappointing is it when you make that pick?
Oh, man, yeah, that hurt because I had probably about 3 almost picks this season, and finally I made a nice one, and they took it away from me. So, yeah, that hurt.
Frustrating, too, when you're lined up in the pistol on that 4th down, and they give it to Eddie.
Oh, no, I was all with it, you know. I mean, that's kind of a part of the game plan, you know. I mean, that's kind of the jigsaw, the whole little deal we have, you know. We can give it to Eddie, we can give it to Casey, we can throw it past a receiver. I mean, it's anything we could do. So I was more decoy in that play, and it just happened. They made a play, you know. They were ready to go, and they just knew what we were going to do, I guess. So they made a play.
Do you feel like there's less room for error moving forward? You got 2 top 25 teams.
For sure, definitely. Every game we feel like is a Super Bowl, you know. Every game we feel like we have to win, and we just really have to feel like we have to win out.
You know, early on, it seemed like, you know, you guys were kind of the expectations and the pressure was getting to you a little bit. You know, that doesn't really seem like a reason after back-to-back losses, but you guys are kind of still shooting yourselves in the foot.
Yeah, we are. You know, it comes down to us. It's really no outside forces or anything. It's just coming down to us. Like, again, we were up 17-0, and we kind of let it slide down the drain. You know, it comes down to us as a team. We're talented. We show flashes, and then we do it to ourselves. You know, and I just think when we put a complete game together, like an ASU, where we just run away, I think that's what people will really realize how special of a team we have and the talent we have. But until then, we just have to show it.
Thanks, Myles.